Test 1, 2, 1, 2. Hi, Jared.
Fuck you.
I'm a shit like a grown up. Broken lives, that's the biz when you know what's up. Got the lease up now, feet up, break the beat down, catch the rebound, 3-point switch from downtown. Fucking lives like
Jared's
no one else.
upset because I stole his Sour Patch Kids a couple months ago.
From 6 months ago.
Yeah, but they were the blue ones,
They
so
were.
I understand why he's holding that much of a grudge.
And if you watch the BTS for the film that hasn't come out yet, The Visitant, you'll see that the blue Sour Patch Kids are actually my favorite candy whenever I do have candy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's canon.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, you know what, Jared? To Sour Patch the beef up, you know, I got you a little present, which are Sour Patch Kids that I don't have.
That you don't have.
I ordered
yeah.
them from
All
Amazon, and they'll probably be here in the next episode or two. So
The next episode or two within the next hour.
no, I said or two.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, which may mean like yeah,
Well, then why did you Amazon? Why didn't you just go to Walmart?
because I
Where Walmart
well
is
because
it's 30 seconds
because
down the
I
road.
couldn't go to Walmart because I've been babysitting this whole week.
Wait, are we actually starting?
Yeah.
Is this how this starts?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Jared, this is how it is. It's just a little view into our own lives,
Oh.
and to just us, you know, having conversation as best buddies.
Oh, yeah,
But before you
buddies.
so rudely interrupted me, I was saying that I've been babysitting all week, and that's not really accurate. I've been dog sitting because I have a dog now.
Yeah.
His name's Aries. Aries, how about you say something?
Is he just licking the mic?
All right, awesome. Yeah, he's got slobber on it too.
Yeah. All right. That was smart, Chris. Yeah, have your dog lick your expensive mic. That was smart.
Yeah, so Aries is in the studio with us.
Well, I mean, I
so-
feel like now you got to go into the whole backstory on how you found him, how you found
well,
this
I probably will. So
this little mangy mutt.
a couple weeks ago, we were doing a short film for a full weekend, and came back at 3:00 in the morning. When we drove into my apartment, and I saw that there was a dog at a building next to my apartment, and I just assumed that it was like a neighbor's dog who had just gotten out. So I was just gonna call him to me, check his tag, and call the owner. And when I called him to me, I noticed this was a very dehydrated German Shepherd, and he had a note taped to him that said, "Hi, my name is Aries. I'm 9 months old. I tried so hard to find a home, and I failed. Please take care of me." And so at 3:00 in the morning, I was
I'll take care of you.
I was thrown with that responsibility, and I gave him a bath, and we cuddled up on the couch, and we've been best buddies ever since.
And you called me at 3, 4 in the morning. When you called me, I was very upset, sleep deprived, and very delirious.
Yeah, but I knew that you weren't going to be sleeping either way.
Yeah. So, but when you called me, you're like, Jared, I got to show you something. I was like, Chris, someone better be dead or on the brink of dying.
You did not express that in the time. I asked if you were asleep, and you said no, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Because I was working on the call sheet.
Oh, yeah,
I was
true.
doing the schedule at working on the call sheet, and I was very upset for reasons that we don't have to get onto the podcast. But I shouldn't have had to have been doing what I was doing. And so originally when you just called, that was fine. But then you asked me to FaceTime, and I was like, God, fucking. So.
But I showed you a cute dog.
Yeah, but at the time I was just ready to go to sleep because I was very tired. I had also just driven from Huntsville that morning, So I went to sleep at 5 a.m. the morning that I drove over to be on set by 8.
Yeah.
So I was very sleep deprived. But when you showed me, and you showed me that it was a dog, I was like, oh, I'm still tired and still kind of angry, but hey, the dog is cute.
Yeah, he's a cute boy.
Yeah.
He's nearly fully grown, but he's very much a German Shepherd, and he has German Shepherd puppy energy, but he's 53 pounds, and he nearly broke my wife's arm yesterday because he was so excited and tried to jump in her lap and fucking almost knocked her arm out the socket. But other than that, he's a gentle sweetheart.
Yes, he's a gentle giant, gentle freight train.
He is. Whenever he sits down, he gets aroused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 seconds before the podcast starts, he was sitting next to me and I was scratching his ear. And then I looked over and there's a puppy penis. There's a puppy pee-pee. And it's there. Full mast.
Back in the SIP, we'd call it the Red Rocket.
Oh yeah, the Red Rocket.
Yep.
Urban Dictionary, kids.
Yep.
Well, anyway, Chris, haven't. It's been a minute. Last time I saw you, we were changing your car battery
It's true.
after
Yeah.
after you tried to jump it and nearly killed yourself.
Yeah, my car kind of works now. It went from not working to only working when I have the hood up and then drop the hood down. And it's like, all right, you got 5 seconds to turn me on. Let's go.
And that's all
Yeah.
the time he needs, baby. Let
That's
me
all,
tell you.
5 seconds is all I need.
Master. Chris is a master with those phalanges on his hands that he calls fingers. Those fucking meat cubes. You have very, robust knuckles. Your knuckles
I do.
are massive.
Yeah, my knuckles are bigger than my fingers.
And it makes your hands, look bigger than they actually are. The thing is, you have very dry baby
I do.
hands.
I have skeleton hands.
But the thing is, because
They
your
match
knuckles,
very well with my duck feet.
because your knuckles are so big,
Yeah.
it makes it look like you have basketball player hands.
Hey man, some people like big knuckles for certain reasons.
That's it's like ribbed, it's
Yeah.
gross. Gross.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yep.
But when you were talking about, your dog being erect at the feeling of having somebody else scratch him, it reminded me
Okay.
of a news article that I had seen on probably some social media platform. Don't remember which one it was. And it was owner gives away dog for being gay.
With the dog. Oh, the dog was probably.
The
fucking
dog was humping
bulldog.
another dog.
That's just what dogs do.
Yeah, and it was and the owner, who was he was a redneck conservative. He drove a big pickup truck with a rebel flag,
Jesus. I can't have my gay
airbrushed
dogs.
on the back. Yeah, it was
Alex Jones is right. It's making the frogs gay. It's making the dogs gay.
And so he and his wife left their dog at the park because he was gay, because
what the fuck?
because he was humping another guy dog. It was really, really,
Dogs just like to fuck.
yeah,
They can't help it.
yeah. They're just horny. They're not gay. They're just horny. Plus, even if he was, so what? Who cares? Let him put his pee-pee whenever he wants to put his pee-pee in.
Again, by appearance, you can't really tell when a dog is either a boy or a girl until you start looking.
Yeah,
down
get your
under.
fucking nasty duck feet away from me, brother.
Sorry. But when dogs are blinded by their hormones, they're just like, hey.
A bit like Chris in the morning, or at night before he goes to bed if he's not too tired.
Yeah.
Blinded by his hormones.
Yeah, there were times where when you were living here, when the lights were off,
No,
things got confusing. I tried to commit to that bit.
So another bit that I mentioned earlier. We got to kill a bit. Because I need to future-proof myself just in case, for once in my life, something actually goes right. So I need to future-proof myself. So the you might have heard last week, or was it the week before, where our special guest was my wife,
Yeah.
who lives in Vermont.
Yeah.
Who we then found out that necrophilia is legal in that state. So if you live in Vermont and you would like my
Which
wife,
confirms that your wife is actually just a dead body you have stored in Vermont.
well, no, she's not dead, but I imagine after I announce the news, she'll just be so heartbroken that she'll die of heartbrokenness. And then, so if you live in Vermont, I guess free game. I guess do what you want. But I gotta kill the bit, or at least future-proof myself. So, and
I'm on the edge of my fucking seat
I
right
know,
now.
I know. I don't like the way you're looking
This
at
is
me.
something that Jared has alluded to, but he has not told me. He's
I-
saving it for the podcast.
Yeah, I don't like the way you're looking at me.
Okay,
You're making
I'll
me
look away.
uncomfortable.
I'll look away, I'll look
You're
away.
making me uncomfortable. Okay. So, about a few days ago, I was talking with my friend Ashlyn over Skype, and she was like, "Hey, I guess we'll call her Susie." Yeah. Ashlyn's like, "Hey, Susie broke up with Johnny." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Aries, get your nutsack away from me, man, please." And so she's like, "Oh, Susie broke up with Johnny," and I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, I mean, if I could submit my resume, that'd be great." She's like, "Well, that's good because we were trying to set her up with one of my husband's friends from Germany." I was like, "Well, I mean, I at least live in the U.S., so I think I got a better shot,
Yeah.
So Ashlyn's like, "Well, we're gonna need to make you a resume." I was like, "Oh, Aries is eating my shoe. We're gonna need to make you a resume." So we filled out a boyfriend resume with including a headshot, which I have not sent to her yet.
But did you really do this?
Yes.
What consists of a boyfriend resume?
Well, she had to know my height, obviously, because that's just make or break now.
Which is stupid.
It is. She also had to know dick size and if I would.
Oh my god. Okay. And this is coming from the girl, not like.
No, this is coming from Ashlyn.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, "I also need to know like if you're circumcised or not," or she needs to know if you're circumcised or not because she hates uncircumcised peepees. And fair enough, because those are they're ugly.
Wait, are you?
Yes, I'm circumcised.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Wait, she hates uncircumcised.
Yeah, she's like, I hate,
Yeah, get that shit cut.
Yeah, really. Not only is it a health hazard, but it's also fucking gross.
It's nasty.
Please.
Do you have any idea how much shit gets up in there?
Really. It's just like a caked with bacteria. That's all it is. So please, get that shit cut. But she's like, we're going to need all that and like other information. I was like, done. Because I have talked to Susie in the past over Skype because her and Ashlyn were BFFs. So, we know that she knows that I exist. I know that she exists. And she's on the checklist. She marked, she checks off every box. She's like a 13 out of 10, which means I can't wait to fuck this up. So at this point, I'm kind of just waiting for Ashlyn. So Ashlyn, if you're listening, get your shit together and send her my resume, please. I already gave you the information, so please. Thank you. Thank you for the softball toss too. I actually really need a win. Thank you. So again, if this ends up going well, just to future-proof myself, Susie, it was a bit. I was never actually married, and I do not have 6 kids. But if you would like to have 6 kids... no. I punched the mic. Cut that part out. We're not having 6 kids. Cut that part out.
Okay, well
Cut
that's
that part
cool.
out.
So to clarify, you haven't actually talked to this woman yet.
Not since the last time I talked to her. Because Ashlyn is kind of our third party at the moment.
Yeah.
I gotta give her the resume, then hopefully get called for for an interview, and then from the interview, you get a call back, and then you get the job offer.
You have to do an audition. It's literally a casting call. It's a casting couch audition.
Pretty much, pretty much. So that's where I am. So to future proof myself, just in case for once in my life something actually goes right. Again, I'm not actually married. I don't have 6 kids. Susie, what it do?
If you couldn't hear that, as soon as Jared said that, Aries farted. And it was very audible.
Yeah, if you also hear what sounds like mic punching, it's Aries smacking
Aries, come
smacking the mic
I'm so sorry, guys.
with his tongue.
I have a child now. It is a lot like having a child.
Yeah, but the thing is, Chris, you are also very much a child.
I am, but like I have become a little bit more of a parent since, I got this boy. I took care of the boy.
Yeah.
As soon as I got him, like within 2 days, I dropped $300 on him.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like,
well, I had to get all the basics. I had to get his toys. I had to get his food bowls, all that.
from the time that I hung up,
shots.
from the
His
time I
shots
got
was the
off
most
the phone
expensive.
from you, I think like 6 hours, 7 hours had passed. I walk into your Aries, brother man, and he's sitting on my phone. Like 7 hours had passed. I walk into your apartment, and all I see are there's just like dog toys, like strewn across the apartment. I looked at Claire. I said, "Claire, what happened?" She's like, "Chris dropped $100 this morning." I said, "It's been 7 hours. Walmart opens at 6. It's like."
No, as soon as they opened, I went to Walmart. Well, because I had to go to Walmart to get him a leash because he had to go outside to,
Yeah.
piss and shit. Which
Yeah.
for the first week, he only had diarrhea. Dude, when we found him, I hate to sound like these guys, it's like, he's a rescue. We found him, like, halfway through a chain link fence eating his own leg. No, he...
Found him in a dumpster eating a cinnamon bun.
we did find him in a dumpster eating a cinnamon bun, yeah. But no, he was very upset and heartbroken because whoever left him like a son of a bitch.
Also, the fucking note. I tried to find a home and I failed. What the fuck?
Dude, the dog didn't fucking fail. By the way, they wrote that note on the back of a vape shop receipt where they spent $80 on a customized vape. The dog did not fail on finding a home. You failed on being a person. Sorry, it just pisses me off.
No, that's okay.
He's a sweet boy.
That's
He's
okay.
a real sweet boy.
And he is. He's a sweet boy, even if sometimes, he wants to wrestle a little too much or a little too hard.
Well, again, he's still a puppy, but
Yeah.
he is very well behaved. He knows sit. He knows lay down. He just gets excited around new people.
Especially.
Which is going to be interesting
yeah.
when we have our guest on the podcast for the next episode in a minute.
Well, we're not going to have a next episode. This is actually the season finale.
It is.
No,
Well,
it's not.
It's the series finale.
Oh, good. Because the
Things
crazy thing is, I was talking to Kyle before I drove here. It was like, and I said this is like, man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how many more of these I got in me. The drive to Florence every other week it hasn't been easy on my bank account.
Well, that's why we really need to backlog these. We need to backlog these more.
Well, yeah, but there's also remember when we initially were talking about it, was like, well, we don't want to have like all these. We don't want to have too many backlog because if we talk about something like, remember the last episode,
we were talking about
Ukraine strike.
We were talking about
missile.
Ukraine strike, and we were talking about
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
and Johnny Depp and
Like,
Will
bro,
Smith,
that
which
was
all that
a
feels
while
like,
ago.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. It really wasn't that long ago because I think
All things, you know how media
trial
works.
resolved at like the end of June, I think. It's only the beginning of August right now, but everybody was so gung ho about that to the point to where they forgot about the Ukraine war, and now no one's talking about it anymore.
About either.
Like on internet time, like a month is
3 years.
3 years. Like
It's-
no one remembers that.
Yeah.
Nobody is talking about that anymore.
That's why it's so hard to stay relevant in the media today, which is why, you got 12-year-olds on the TikTok twerking and the shits.
Yeah, welcome to the Blackbird Podcast, where we say things like 12-year-olds on the TikTok twerking.
Well, yeah, I mean, are you
For
gonna
the
tell
past-
me that's not what's on TikTok,
For
Chris?
the past 2 episodes, we have talked about well, we've talked about no,
Sir!
we've talked about 2 animes. One was a grape fantasy, and the other was Golden Boy.
Which is, don't try to make it sound like Golden Boy was much better, all right? You try to throw me under the bus with a redo
No,
of a
I'm
healer.
not throwing you under the
Golden
bus.
Bus
I'm
was
saying that we both have.
atrocious.
I'm saying we both have. Have you watched Golden Boy?
I can't. You said it.
It is not as near as bad as... Okay. To clear something up, this is going to make me sound real bad. To clear something up, I said that the main character in Golden Boy tried to get with an underage girl, okay? Underage in America, not underage in Japan. She was 16. And in Japan, I think like the
Age of consent is like
13.
12.
No, it's 13.
Oh well, they
Well,
went
back-
up a year.
Back in 2012, it was 13. It might have gone down. I don't know. Who knows? Fucking yeah. Yeah, the anime culture is fucking crazy, you know.
Yeah, but
Speaking of which, Claire got me. Well, no, she watched this show in front of me called Bastard. Okay, if you know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
I was waiting for you. I was waiting.
I'm not about to summarize another goddamn anime
No,
on this
just-
goddamn podcast.
okay, well that's fine. That's fine, Chris. Well, but you don't really have a choice. Go ahead. You don't have to
Okay,
summarize it. Just
all I know
what is the
about it-
Netflix description
All
if
I
it's
know
on
about
Netflix?
it- all I know about it is that the main character's name is Dark Schneider, and they say his name every other word.
Dark Schneider.
Dark Schneider. And
Bruh.
there was this scene where this like this girl like came into his room and like said, "Hey, it's custom for my village to for the king to give their hero his firstborn daughter's virginity." And he's like, "Okay, that sounds good to me." And then that girl shapeshifts, quote unquote, into like the main villain, and really all that changes is the color of her hair. And then she's like, "Ha, I got you. I'm gonna kill you because that's what my dark master told me to do." And then he totally like undoes all that magic and then pins her down in the bed. And then he's like,
Okay,
and then
okay,
she's
okay,
like,
okay,
"Oh,
Chris.
okay, I love you
Okay,
now."
Chris, I think I got it. Okay,
I'm just saying,
I think I got
man.
it. I think
I'm
I
just
got
saying,
it.
man. I'm just saying.
Again,
Anime culture is what's ruining the minds of our youth.
Oh, you want to blame it on anime?
I'm not blaming
Blame it on
anime.
anime.
I have been going down a rabbit hole of YouTube videos of preachers saying that they hate video games because it's really funny. Because they just start screaming, "I hate these gosh darn video games," but all they ever talk about is Call of Duty. That's
Well, you know,
that's
Call of
all
Duty
they
has been
know.
the scapegoat for years. They
That's all
blame
they
the
know.
Columbine shooting on Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's all they know.
Yeah. But, you know, I'd like to... I kind of wanted to wait, but I feel like if we just keep waiting, the next episode is going to be, like, super just jam-packed, and we're going to run out of time. But I was talking to you earlier about Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights, yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the 1997 Mark Wahlberg movie.
Where you see his pee-pee.
You do see his pee-pee. But very good movie. It's about the porn industry in the 70s.
Yeah.
Well, the adult film industry in the 70s.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that when I started watching.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was about. It was just a movie that a friend, Jake. Wait, you know, yeah, we've already mentioned Jake's name.
Yeah.
Or that a friend Jake was talking about. He'd always talk about Boogie Nights, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I better watch it. And I didn't read the Netflix description. I just clicked it, and then within like 10 minutes, you know, it was Mark Wahlberg jerking off. I was like, what have I clicked onto?
I will say though, it is a very, very, very good film.
It is.
Young Mark Wahlberg, young John C. Reilly, Don Cheadle, Philip Seymour Hoffman. I'm very certain that, yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it. What's his name? Burt Reynolds.
Oh yeah. Burt
very
Reynolds.
good job.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
all-star cast. Great.
Oh,
film.
also Gus. Was it Guzman? He's in there.
Oh yeah, I forget his name. But
He was the,
he's in Narcos.
Yeah,
At
but
least in the first few episodes.
for me, it's you know, when he made his appearance in Community, for that one episode in Community. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he always plays in like family comedies for the
Yeah.
most part, which was crazy when I saw him in Narcos. Because one of his
Well, that's a
first-
family comedy.
One of his first scenes is graping
Oh, we're back on the
an
grapes.
undercover cop.
Back
Yeah.
on the grapes.
Back on the grapes.
Back on the
That's
grapes.
the name of the episode. Back on the grapes.
Back on the grapes. Off to Zoinks and back on the grapes. Oh, that's the title right there. I mean, of course, I don't know where the Zoinks came from, but back to the original thing. I say Boogie Nights, and I even talk about Boogie Nights. Talk about Glow.
Blow.
Glow.
Glow. Oh,
Glow.
Glow.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna actually talk about Boogie Nights. I'm gonna talk about Glow. Glow is a show that Chris, I, and Claire started watching a while ago. You know, Alison Brie is in it, and for those of you who don't know, Alison Brie is also my future ex-wife. That's canon. Sorry, Susie.
One of his many future ex-wives.
Sorry, Susie, but that's just the way it is. Alison Brie is my future ex-wife. So of course I have to support, you know, my future ex-wife in all of her endeavors, and so I got to watch it, and there's only 3 seasons because I think it got canceled. And the first 2 seasons are fantastic, and you know, the character growth is looking good. There's some, it kind of fell off like at the very last episode of season 2. I don't want to like summarize and go to a long diatribe like I did for Till Death, but just to like a little short Spark Note version. Alison Brie's character has an affair with her best friend's husband, who is a total fucking piece of shit anyway, honestly. So, you know, her and her friend are at odds, but, you know, deep down they still, like, care about each other. So, you know, the first whole season is them kind of being at odds with each other. Then the second season come around and, you know, they're working together, and they don't ever, it takes them like 2 seasons to actually address like the problem that they're having, which was, you had an affair with my husband, you know, which I'm more than fine with. That's perfectly fine with me. The main problem that I had, it was like, it's the very last episode of season 2. They have one fight where they talk about it. They mention it one time, the affair, they have a fight, and then immediately 5 minutes later, they're best friends again. All it took was one fight for them to be BFFs again. And then it's never mentioned for the rest of the series into season 3. And
That's
the
kind of how it be with guys, though. You know.
yeah, well that's I guess, you know, the double standard.
Yeah.
But the thing that really upset me, which was apart from season 3, was just weird. I think it was because I think they knew they weren't getting renewed. So they were like trying to tie up as many like loose ends as possible.
Oh, season 3 for sure. The last season.
Oh well.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh well, I thought you. I think it is.
I haven't watched any past like the beginning of season 1.
Or it's like, I think they might have felt like we might not get renewed again, so we're gonna try to like wrap up as quickly as possible. So, which is why I think it was just really rushed, and a lot of the characters suffered. It was like they were creating conflict just to create conflict,
Yeah,
and that's something that it's the build up with no payoff, or the payoff is very lackluster. But the entire premise of this show was supposed to be about Alison Brie's like redemption into like finally being like accepted by her friend again or whatever, you know, finally being okay with like, hey, I did this terrible thing to you. We've both acknowledged it, and now we can move on. I'm a better person, you know. And
But it's been resolved for 2 seasons already.
no, it's only been resolved for 1 episode. And she's like, obviously, I know what I did was wrong. You know, that she's your protagonist. You're supposed to like Alison Brie, you know. And it's like, yeah, obviously, look, she's doing her best to like to be forgiven. She's obviously learned from her mistakes. She has a boyfriend of her own now. You know, and a guy who's like, he's like a bang up dude. He's a cinema guy too, by the way. He's a cameraman. So, you know, he's our brother, and he's black. Our brother, my brother, your brother. So she even has herself a nice man friend of her own. And the thing that fucking pisses me off is with 3 episodes left, she has another affair. And it's, you just spent the last 2 seasons of character growth, and you shattered it in 10 minutes. Also, I think Aries has to pee-pee.
Can you believe that guy?
I'm having to walk out the podcast to go pee. Chris knows nothing about
I
that.
would never do that.
Chris, you would never. But yeah, you spent 2 seasons trying to, like, cramming it down our throats that you want us to forgive her. And then we finally do, and then you fucking do, you make her do the same thing she did that started this whole thing, and that's the shit that I hate. I hate that. I hate, just in general, I hate when TV shows or movies try to, like, force relationships that the viewers don't want down your throats, because they were pushing this relationship with her and this other dude for a while. And I was like, but I don't want that. He's a bum. He's a paranoid, grouchy, crotchety old man. Like, why would I want Alison Brie to be with a piece of shit when she's with a nice person already? Why do you think the audience would want that? And they try to force it down your throat. And cartoons are the worst. Any type of like ship, the worst. They will try to force a relationship down your throat that the audience does not want.
With cartoons?
Yeah, cartoons will do that.
Oh, I didn't know we were talking about cartoons now.
I'm just saying. I just said in general, movies, TV shows, cartoons. The writers love to force relationships down here. That's the problem that I had with New Girl, from last episode. That was the biggest problem I had. You were trying to force Nick down. Nice. Force Nick down Jess's throat. It's like, I don't want that to happen, and it just makes me hate the show.
Well, a lot of long-running shows do that because when they can't come up with ideas, they're like, oh, this relationship that we started in like season 1 is kind of the backbone of the show now, so we need to show them more of that so that our audience will continue to come back to see, won't they, while we just continue, throwing subpar jokes in their face because we ran out of creativity.
Well, and that's
what happened with Friends.
Oh, yeah, so I can't.
That's what happened with a lot of sitcoms.
I've never watched Friends.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the same with the few sitcoms that I have watched. I've watched Community and New Girl. It's pretty much the same. It's the same thing, except with Community, at least they didn't get together. So at least that was fine. Plus, everyone had character development. Even in New Girl, everyone had character development. In Glow, everyone had character development. The best character was a side character. Sheila. Shout out Sheila. Love that. Bro, she's fucking awesome.
I know you don't watch this show, but talking about relationships in TV shows.
Chris, the mic ain't picking you up, big man.
Why ain't the mic picking me up? Oh, the mic's picking me up now.
Yeah, you're good now.
No, but I know you haven't really watched the show, Jared, but there's a lot of people who are watching this show right now because the show I'm talking about is Better Call Saul.
Okay.
And if you're listening to this today that this comes out, I think the series finale would have been out for about 2 days. So, but if you know me, you know that I'm a big Sigma male Breaking Bad fan. So of course I've watched El Camino and I've watched all of I've watched all of Better Call Saul. The Saul has a relationship throughout the show, and it is one of the best written relationships in TV I think I've ever seen. So, more incentive for you to actually watch this show.
I don't know. Better Call Saul, isn't that like, I heard it was like Breaking Bad or something?
It's a prequel to Breaking Bad, but where we're at right now, the last 5 episodes of this series takes place after Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like a Star Wars thing. You need to watch them in the order they came out. Watch Breaking Bad, then watch El Camino, then watch Better Call Saul.
That's a lot of watching that I'm...
El Camino is a movie. It's really just an epilogue to Breaking Bad.
Doesn't matter. Breaking Bad on its own is a lot. Better Call Saul...
It's not that much. There's only 5 seasons, and each episode has only 12 episodes.
5 seasons.
Sorry, every season has 12 episodes.
5 seasons is a lot.
You watched the entirety of Glow. You motherfucker.
That was 3 seasons.
You watched the entirety of Riverdale. You have no excuse, sir.
Yes, I do.
You continue to watch it even though you hate it.
I don't watch it anymore, Chris. I stopped after season 6 or whatever. And season 5 got cut in half, so haha, I got a break. They break them up. Plus, Riverdale has booty. Does Better Call Saul have booty? Does Breaking Bad have booty?
Yes.
Does it have booty that I'd be interested in?
Do you like wrinkly old man booty? Because you'll see that.
No, I don't like wrinkly old man booty, Chris.
I don't think there's female nudity in either one of those shows.
Well, then I'm not watching it. Then I'm not watching it.
The male ass is cinema, Jared. That's one thing Vince Gilligan understands that you don't.
That the male ass is cinema?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can. I feel like you can. Any guy can appreciate another man's
Just by
glutes.
a man's ass, you can tell where he's been.
You can,
You
yeah.
can
I
tell
mean,
what
I
he
can
struggled
appreciate a
through.
man's glutes, Chris.
Every dimple tells a story.
like I told you, I started watching The Boys finally.
Oh, that's right,
But
you did.
you know, so it's like I'm very accustomed to the male ass. Thank you,
true.
The Deep, and fucking.
Wait until you get to episode 5 of season 3.
Well, I feel like because it's very hard to avoid spoilers or any type of thing. I've unfortunately, because this was a series, I'm gonna be honest, I never thought I would watch. So
I never thought you would watch it.
and it is nothing against like the genre. I'm not the biggest like superhero guy,
It's not a superhero show, though.
which is why I gave it. It's more grounded in reality.
Yeah.
If that makes sense for
It's
a
satire
superhero
on
show.
it essentially is a satire on the MCU because the comics was supposed to be a satire on Marvel Comics and DC Comics. So they have rewritten the story significantly for the show because they wanted the show to be specifically a stab at the MCU. More specifically the MCU rather than the DC universe, because fuck them. But
Yeah, but again, it was like I'm I'm okay with this mainly, you know, like I said, because it's like it's grounded in reality, and you know they're not trying to. It's more gritty. It's just more gritty, which is what I'm fine with. You know, in the very first episode, the protagonist's girlfriend gets fucking zoinked off the face of the planet, which you know is always a very good what do you call that, a kick the cat moment, you know. Look at me using my my Bachelor of Arts film degree. Look at that.
Blake Schneider,
Yeah, using my,
R.I.P. Pour one out.
for Blake Schneider, whose book you hated. Pour one out for Blank Checks. Disney XD. Only reason I know that movie.
I have that movie on VHS.
Oh boy. Well, maybe we'll know. I know what we're doing after the podcast. No, but
I destroyed my VHS and my TV for a BFD skit.
I saw that, and
Yeah.
that bothers me
Yeah.
for so many reasons. Did you put?
Yeah.
Did you see what I put in the group chat?
No, because I don't have Snapchat anymore.
No, this was before you deleted Snapchat. This is way
I
before.
I did that after I deleted Snapchat.
Oh, well then you didn't tell us, and you told us
I did.
very
I put it on my
late.
story.
Very late. Well, no. Okay, so here's the thing. No, you read the message, motherfucker. You read the message. I have the red receipt.
Okay, continue.
I have the receipts to prove it.
Okay, continue.
But before, when I came to, I guess we were doing the podcast, we were like, let's throw bottles and smash stuff behind the dumpster. And you were like, no, I don't think we should do that anymore. We're gonna get in trouble. We just shouldn't do that anymore. And then you decided to film yourself in broad fucking daylight smashing a TV behind the dumpster.
Well, that was because I then discovered that everybody smashes shit behind that dumpster.
You've known that for ever since we did it the first time. You've known that people smash shit behind that dumpster because we've gone out to smash shit and see that other shit has already been smashed behind that dumpster. You knew that already. You were just being a fucking wet blanket for no reason, and that bothered me. That bothered me that you're willing to do it in broad fucking daylight, record yourself and put it on YouTube for the entire world to see, basically evidence to the police. Hey, this is what I did if I was so worried about getting arrested for it. But you won't smash a bottle at nighttime when there's a train coming by that's loud as fuck.
Jared, you gotta make sacrifices for the YouTube. You know, you gotta make sacrifices if you want to make it big. So,
Okay.
If you want to smash bottles to make up for it, I'll smash bottles. It's fine.
I would like to smash bottles. I would have liked to have smashed bottles when I came. Oh, it was for my practicum when I actually needed to smash bottles.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I just grazed his leg with my teeth.
Yeah, don't.
I've been
don't touch me.
prepping them for the next match.
You are the sick bastard.
I am.
You are
That's
a sick
actually my
bastard.
stage name when I do arm wrestling.
Dirty
now.
bastard. Oh
No,
wait.
no, it's not.
Well, you don't.
Dirty bastard. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can dig it away.
Well, sick bastard is dirty bastard's cousin.
Yeah.
3 times removed.
imagine that I like did professional arm wrestling under the name of Sick Bastard, and then I say certain words, and then I'm like, oh, it's okay, I'm Dirty Bastard's cousin. As I gnaw on like biceps and shit. That's a bit.
Shout out Dirty Bastard.
Yeah,
Shout out Dirty
pour one
Bastard.
out. Is he dead?
No, he's not dead, is he?
It's Dirty Old Bastard, I think, is actually what his name is.
Well, let's find out. Hey Siri,
That's his legal name. His stage name is just
is Dirty Old
Bastard.
Bastard dead?
Okay, I found this on the web for Is Dirty Old Bastard Dead?
Oh,
Check it out.
he's dead.
Yeah, I figured he was. When did he die?
2004.
Yeah.
Heart attack.
Man.
Yeah, so pour one out for Old Dirty Bastard is actually
Old
his
Dirty
name.
Bastard, yeah.
You know, Dirty Bastard for short.
Baby, I like it raw. Baby, I like it raw. That was on the trailer for Luke Cage season 1 when that came out.
I didn't watch Luke Cage, probably for the same reason that I
really
don't watch a
like
lot of
Luke
superhero
Cage.
movies. We've gotten so far away from the boys.
I know. Should we even be talking about TV shows? I mean, you know.
I mean, why? Why not? What else are we going to talk about, Chris?
I don't know, man. I mean, fucking.
Well, we'll talk after the podcast. We'll talk after
Yeah.
the podcast. We'll talk after the podcast.
Okay.
What's our runtime looking like? I feel like it's like 36 minutes.
42.
42. I was in the ballpark. I played baseball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can cut it. Again, we got to save our energy for our
Yeah,
guests
okay.
coming
They don't
on
need
the
to know all
show.
this. Bye. Thanks for coming.
Love you guys. Mwah.
God, you're such a...
Say it. Say it.
My blood ice cold like the lizard. Schism. Burn him up in a fireball from the wizard. That little lizard will still be a lizard. Listen, Vulcan lives so you don't